right? During the quiet times of the classroom, I felt this dream, really, that I meant to live for so much more. And when I first got started in WFG, I wasn't your ideal recruit, right? I didn't have a big market, and English was my second language. Good thing they asked me to speak early today, because if it was in the afternoon, my English would have expired. That's my office, right? When we first started, honestly, he didn't have an office because we couldn't afford the rent. So he would use whatever room is available for the day. So I'll tell you, Peter would always tell us, one day you get to share your Cinderella story on that big convention stage. And I would think, are you talking to the right person? Right? How many of you here came here with self-doubt? How many of you here came here where you felt like you weren't good enough? Don't worry, that's me, and sometimes that's still me. But 2016 convention has changed my life. Peter and Lonnie hosted a breakout meeting in their hotel room. They were ranking all the top 5, actually in every category, and I was a senior associate then, and I wasn't expecting anything. And then, as they were closing out the meeting, they actually pulled a trophy. This exact trophy 10 years ago. And as they were closing out the meeting, they said, this recognition doesn't even make sense because she didn't even rank in the top 5. But they said, sometimes you recognize the person for not where they are right now, but you recognize them for where they're going. Woo! They said, Irene, we believe in you. You are the wild card.
Woo! Woo!
And I'll tell you, if you believe it, you will receive it.
Woo!
Believers are receivers.
Yes.
From that point on, your future is not determined by where you start, but what you continue to believe is possible. From there, 2018 EMD MVP for Peter Leilani. Last year, same recognition, same convention stage, but this time our names were called. Because of that belief that they poured. This year is even more special because we're going home with 4 MVP swords.
Woo!
From SMC MVP all the way to EVC MVP, back to back. And when I look at our leadership team, I don't just see teammates, I see families, I see future CEOs, I see them changing their last names forever, future MVPs. And let me ask you a question. How many of you here are somebody's wild card? You are here because someone believed in you. You are here because someone refused to give up on you. And I challenge you, if you're lacking that belief, I don't know who needs to hear this, whether in the bleachers, down on the floor, in the corners, in the dark, on the edge of your seat. But let me tell you, you can borrow our belief. Titans need to know they have a Titan leader who's ready to pour belief onto them. Because it'll cost you nothing to pour belief onto somebody, but it'll cost them everything if you don't. So if you're losing belief today, borrow our belief.
Woo!
If you're feeling discouraged, borrow our belief. Because you know who got your back? At the end of the day, you. I dare you to start believing in yourself. Because you might be the one who's going to share your Cinderella story next year on this convention stage.
Hallelujah!
The life you're dreaming of today becomes reality when you never stop believing it's possible. Raise your hand if you have a dream bigger than where you are today.
Woo!
Look around you. All of those dreams are still alive because of WFG.
Amen.
Because of our mentors who constantly pour belief onto us. And let me tell you, I look at this slide And I look at not landmarks, not actually vacations. I look at God's answered prayers. I look at dreams that are seemed impossible, but now possible. And WG has given us a lot of recognitions, milestones, but let me tell you, the milestone that I will be very proud of, being the MVP of my family. I want to be the best daughter my parents could ever have, that will give them back while they're still here. Where they can see the person they have raised, the daughter they have raised, while they can still see it and they're still here. And I want to be a proud mom and best mom to my son, because I am not just there to give him everything he wants, but I am here to give him what perseverance looks like.
Woo!
So dream bigger, believe sooner, and make sure you are the MVP of your family. Let's power one heart.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Senior Executive Vice Chairman Hai Han Sung.
Good morning, WFG.
Good morning.
Is there any champions here? Is there any winning team here? I come from New York. My topic is Power the Possible, the Invisible Standard. Here's my journey. I come to this country in 1999, and as an international student, while I work on my PhD degree, someone introduced me to WFG, and I joined. While I get my PhD degree, I also earned my license, and I got MD promotion before my graduation. So I become full-time in WFG. 2014, my husband left his 10 years Wall Street career, joined full-time with me. Together, we built a winning team, and currently we are SEVCT. We have 500 licensed agents, and our income is over $2 million a year. And let me show you two buildings. The left building, which collapsed several years after it went up. And the right building is our Transmerica building. It stood there over 50 years in the most earthquake region in America. What is the difference? The material, the height, the invisible standard, divine destiny. So it happens in the WFG business. We see two leaders, they promote to SMD, but one stop there, another one continue moving up. We see teams face the same challenges. One team come out stronger and another team fall apart. Why? It is the standard they hold every decision they make. So WFG system, the standard you hold, don't stay there, it gets multiplied. Because our system is multiplier. Garbage in, garbage out. Go in and go out. What kind of business you want to build? If you want to build a great business, you have to make sure you are gold bricks. So what kind of gold bricks is? Let me show you an example. Be a good example is the best service to your client and to a team. When I'm in my 20s, I was on student visa. I had nothing. But I learned one thing earlier, save now, no matter what kind of income you have. I saved $300 and I kept doing that for 24 years until today. So today, this account has $300,000 cash, in which $200,000 is tax-free growth. Now, I have high income. It never matters how much income you make.
it really matters how much you have saved. So we save more. My family, today we have 34 accounts through WFG platform. In last year alone, we make 1 million earning tax-free.
Wow.
So, save now and be financially prepared for any life-changing event is in my DNA. So that's the reason whether I sit down with a new graduate with their first check to plan or the family with $1 million, I plan with the same convictions. Another golden, so this is golden grade. Another golden grade before mission, before commission. My mentor Rocky taught me a lesson. Several years ago, company upgraded the product. It gave me only 1 month grace period. During that winter month, Rocky visit each client and redo the application, help them to upgrade to the new product. The whole winter month, he didn't earn any commission, but the extra work. That stayed with me. Several years later, one of my clients, and he opened a BOL, and which I don't have the license. In those days, to get the license in different states may take you several weeks. So I didn't ask him to wait. I bring my sideline who has the license, and we open the case. I didn't earn anything, but the standard stayed in my team. So, and that is the golden grade. Never discount your integrity. A lady who liked my service, and she came to me, she said, "Hi-Hong, you can open an account with me. Can you share the commission with me?" How many of you have that kind of conversation? So I told her, earn the commission because I have the quality service to your family. I will not discount my service, but I will not discount my commission. So she left without open anything. Several months later, her husband called me, and her husband said, "I know the story. Our family is ready for the financial plan. I want you to be our financial advisor." So we become good friends, and since today, have a high standard can help you to build the trust fast and stronger. No discount can do that. So in our business, integrity is more than commission. Please hold the integrity. That's a golden standard. Over the last 22 years, I see a lot of golden standards. So the only thing we do, be a gold bricks, find gold bricks, and duplicate gold bricks. I want to ask you, what kind of bricks you are? Are you gold bricks? Yes. Okay. So last but not least, I want you to remember this part. When you hold the lower standard, that's where you live, on the first floor. You're surrounded by the noise. You can't. This won't work. You're wrong. Can you control the noise? Can you calm the crowd? No. What you can do? Raise your standard. Lift yourself to the 10th floor. The same location, the same word, but only the clarity. The noise is still there. Can you hear it? No, because you're standing somewhere higher. So, my question for you, my advice for you, raise your standard, elaborate your vision. When you raise your standard, something incredible will happen. Because the view will never stop opening up. Beyond the city, beyond the world, and beyond the planet. This time, our theme is power of what is the possible. The possibility is not where you start. The possibility is where you will arrive. It starts with the position. So let all of us stand up. We raise our standards and the power of the possible together. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome welcome your MC at Michelob Ultra Arena, Senior Executive Vice Chairman Paxton Frisch.
All right. You got that? The dream team in the house. How about Team Dynasty? How about Canada? How about WFG? All right, we got this. Okay, so hi, my name is Paxton Frisch. I'll be your MC on this side for the morning. We're going to do a back and forth with MGM, but it sounds like we already have the champion from yesterday. We know who that is. Us, you guys, whatever, it doesn't matter. We're all winners here today. So just wanted to say, very excited about where this company's going, about where we're at, about everything that's happening, and I'm especially excited today. I mean, I'm very honored to be asked to MC and speak and all that kind of stuff. But I'm tired. All right. So I just wanted to say, very excited about obviously my business partner, my spouse, love of my life. Comes with me every year, and it was our 19th anniversary yesterday. Jill and I, pretty awesome. Yeah. She tells me we got to go on a trip for our 20th, so I'll figure that out. And then also, for the first time ever, the first event ever, so the bar is set pretty high. My son Jackson Fritz and my daughter Jameson Fritz, who just turned 16 and 18 in the last couple of days, had birthdays. Are also here today, so super excited for them to be here as well. This is a family business, and you know, we've never pushed this thing on our kids. We've never expected them to do anything of this nature. But you know what? Associations, right? Live environment, they hang around with people, with other kids start talking about it, and then all of a sudden they're like, well, what is this thing? You know what I mean? So like just get your kids around stuff, and they're, I mean, I don't know how each other event is going to be when we went from this to the next one, so that'll be pretty exciting. But like I mentioned, my name is Paxton Frisch. I'm from Ottawa, Ontario. Remember that big trucker thing? Yeah, that's where we're from. I love someone had a map up there. That was pretty awesome. They had a map that showed, everybody where geography, right, everything was. So we're kind of stuck between Toronto and Montreal, just a little north of New York, so we kind of know where we are. But I'm from Ottawa. I grew up there. But then I moved down to Edmonton when I was about like 23, 24 years old. And I became a police officer in Edmonton. Okay, so I was a police officer for about 8 years. Okay, but along those 8 years, along those 8 years, I was about 4 years in, and I've been a cop for about 4 years. I just remember this one night, I'm driving down like the bar district in Edmonton, Jasper Ave. It's like 4 in the morning, driving down the street. I'm in my police car. My partner's sitting beside me. My partner's like 10, 15 years older than me, 10, 15 years senior to me in the Edmonton Police Service. And I just remember looking over on that night and saying, wow, here's my future. 10, 15 years later, I'm going to be doing this. 10, 15 years later, I'm going to be making basically what I'm making right now. 10, 15 years later, I'm going to be able to spend time with my family when the Edmonton Police Service tells me that I can, because they're my boss. And I just thought there's got to be a better way to have more control, more freedom, more time, make more money, do the things I want to do, right? And so I started looking for different things, and I'm like, there's something out there I can, do it part-time, on the cop, whatever. So I started looking, ran into a couple different little businesses, didn't really work out the way that I wanted to. Ended up owning 3 tanning salons, as you can tell. Let me get under the light, as you can especially tell. They asked, do you want some anti-shine stuff for that thing you got going on there? I'm okay. So anyway, I tried a couple different things, didn't really work out the way that I wanted to, and then luckily, Cameron Agnew and WFG found me. And then, you know, when I started in WFG, I knew nothing about money and finance, I knew nothing about business, I knew nothing about what we were doing, but I started part-time, I was part-time for roughly, say, about 6 months, went full-time. After about 2 years at WFG, we got to S&D, got a ring, moved out to Ottawa. Moved to Ottawa because there wasn't a lot going on there. And then, as someone else said, because we don't have a lot of time, the rest is history. 700 licenses, SCDC, tons of people qualifying for things, helping families, $1 billion of assets under management for our team. Like, we're making a difference.
Yes.
And along the way, we get to build a great life and help others do the same. And I want to tell you that you can do it too. But there's a couple things that you've got to make sure that you do. Okay? So here's some key points. They're very easy. If you've been here before, you already know what they are. But make sure you're doing them. Okay? There's some fundamentals to winning. The first one, no matter what, WFG is not easy. WFG is not get rich quick. WFG is not magic. You can't work 30 hours a week here and expect to make hundreds of thousands of dollars. This is a business. It takes time and effort. It's not just going to happen. You got to go get it. But what the thing is it's possible for anyone. So if you get after it, you can go make it happen. So you got to work hard. You got to do what's right. There is no alternative to doing what's right every single time. You don't sell something for commission. You don't sell something for a contest. You don't sell something for a promotion. You sell something because it's the right thing for the client. That's why you do it. And then all those other things happen. Work harder for a promotion. Work harder for a contest. Work harder to achieve something. But you sell what's right for the client. If it's term, it's term. If it's UL, it's UL. If it's an investment, like whatever's best for them, not what's best for you. That's what's doing what's right. And the last thing is this is it. Don't chase shiny stuff. Don't go after real estate and I'm going to be into crypto and I'm going to do all this stuff. I'm not saying don't invest, but do things that take 0 time. Give this in your family all the time because they deserve it, you deserve it. It completely change your life if you stay focused. Stay focused, okay, on what you're trying to achieve, and this is the way to achieve it. I'm telling you that, okay? You can do this. It is up to you to go make this happen. And I'm telling you, you can do it if you put the work into it and you don't quit. Whatever you want to achieve, you can get this thing. You can make it go happen. Let me show you some examples of people on our team that make between 250 and a lot more a year, okay? And let me show you what they used to do. Police officer, electrician, retail, painting, franchise, government, teacher, government, military, government. We're from Ottawa. Farm equipment sales, army, pizza cook, comedian, corporate sales and grad student. Anyone can do it. And if these people didn't get into WFG, would any of them have the opportunity to be their own boss, control their time, and make the money that they made? Would they? No chance, not me. People say, well, I'm busy, Paxton. I'm busy. You know what? If you want to get something done, give it to a busy person. Because they're busy getting stuff done. Okay? 4 kids, 2 kids, no kids, still a big kid. 3 kids. 2 kids, no kids, just got married, just about to have 2, 3 kids, 1 kid, no kid, 2 kids, 3 kids. Anyone can do it. You can build a family and a business at the same time. In the world where the only way for you to get successful is to help other people with their money and finances and other people win in business. These are our qualifiers. You can see her getting down the tree over there. That's super funny. Okay, so tell me another place where you can help people have a team, and the only way you can win is if you help other people win and change their family's life forever. Don't make your family the excuse that you can't. Make your family the reason that you can. Get out there. Make it happen. Get everything you want. It's here. You can do it. I know you think you can't. 1,000% you can. If you give it everything you got, you don't quit, you grow every day, and just make every day a little win. You can do this. We believe in you. Your team believes in you. Your leadership believes in you, and WG believes in you. Got it? All right. Okay, we got some amazing speakers coming up. This is going to be an amazing morning. Hey, our second speaker is going to be from Canada, from Calgary, Canada, SCBC, married, 30 years, 2 kids, 27 years in business, 1.9 million of income, 78 SMBs, 115 ring earners, 800 licenses, and 16 million super team points. Give it up. All right. But first, please help me welcome EBC from Edmonton, married, 2 kids, 11 years in business with his awesome spouse, 1.8 million, 52 SMBs, 31 ring earners, 600 licenses, 11 million super team points. Please help me welcome Bernardo Infante!
Good morning, everybody! Good morning! Amazing to be here, guys. Well, you heard my name. Thank you, Doctor, for those kind words. But I want to share with you guys my story, but I want to also share my secrets for the past 11 years working in this amazing firm. So 2015 was like a dark time. I was working oil and gas. I was working in Canada. Where's the Canadian? Everything's going well, engineering, making multiple 6 figures, but just like that, I got laid off. I got something called a working notice. So that was good news. That was new for me. What's a work notice? It's pretty much, they give you a letter, you can see it there in March, and they tell you, you are going to get fired in 9 days. Like, okay, is that a joke or? And that was kind of like the working notice that I got. And my message for you guys is when things get dark, what do you do? Because it's more important to focus on your trajectory than in your position. There were like thousands of people who got laid off working in the oil and gas industry, and I was one of the few who I saw it coming. They even told you you're gonna get fired, and they still stayed. And for you, my message is like the same for you. If you're in a job that is not paying your bills, the trajectory is gonna be bankruptcy. If you're not having a good health, the doctor tells you you need to eat healthy, your trajectory is you're gonna get sick. So you need to stop. So in that moment, I say, I need to get a sign, I need to find a plan B or even a plan A. And WG, that's why I have so much love for this company, because they put a convention like this so someone like me can succeed. Do you agree with me, guys? Yes. So I came to Vegas. I was not even in the overflow. I was not even in the arena. I was in an overflow. Some of you with what's an overflow. It's like a small room in the back, in the MGM. I don't know where it was. It was small TV, and I was watching convention through there. But here's the keys, and here's my secrets, guys. When you finish back, when you go back home, whatever that is, when you start flying this week, you're gonna get so excited. But what are you gonna do when you're getting in the office? One of the main things that I tell people, in order to reach your destination, we have to say no to some requests. And I would say maybe all the requests. I love the sport, so they tell you, hey, you wanna play soccer? No. You wanna go golfing? No. You wanna go camping? No. You wanna go? No. If it's not family, and if it's not WG, I'm not doing it. But during that time, you can see there a couple pictures. Those are my kids. I invite them to the office.
They give them a color book if they were there. Also, I got my beautiful wife involved. If your spouse is here, please, we love spouses. Bring them here, get licensed, whatever it is. My wife gave me a printer and it will decorate, put some decoration in the office. That was amazing. And then she will bring balloons. That's how the story of the balloon started when I become an MD. So make sure you start saying no. And when you're in that journey, be coachable, guys. Be a good listener. I have kids. You just saw my oldest one. So who was born a kid? You remember when you asked your dad and say, hey dad, are we going to the park? And he said yes, just let me finish this meeting. Well, we'll take you to the park on the weekend. When you're little, you don't understand what a day is. You don't understand, like in 3 hours, we're gonna go there. What's 3 hours? So the same thing in WG, you need to listen when your coach tells you, or when your leader tells you, hey, you're in the right path, stay there, believe them. Even if you don't see them, have a blessing to talk to probably Ed my dad, and one day to remember, it was a golf tournament in Canada, and I was like understanding and trying to believe everything they were saying so that way I can continue with my career in WG. And I'm going to be honest, guys, I couldn't envision the reward. I'm from Mexico. The weather is like plus 30. We're all Filipinos. I'm not in Colorado or anything fancy. That's Fort McMurray, like on the left side, -50. A Mexican guy driving to an appointment and then they cancel. So I couldn't even miss, like, is this gonna be worth it? And then they will tell me they gave me that rising star. But my bank account was empty. I'm like, what's a rising star? Working amazing. Okay? And my wife is, can we sell that award? I'm like, no. We're not selling it. We're not pawn shopping it. I like it. I earned it. What do you do? I don't know, but I like it. And then the last picture, there was no Spanish people, Latinos doing anything in Canada. There was no presentation. So my wife and I were like translating stuff, doing the presentation. We invited 100 people, 40 people show up, and I have the great idea of inviting the person from the Mexican Association. It's the front of the picture there. And that was the only time that I'm speaking. Talking, I don't remember, the Rule 72 or something like that. And he stand up, scam! That's a scam! It's a pyramid!
Jesus.
Newspaper, 4 months in business. That office is the Capitán office. The one reality was there, and Rapper was there. I think I can train you. When somebody did a scam, and can we talk about that later? I'm in the middle of the Rule 72. I think you have an opinion, but can we just do this conversation later? And everybody was like, Latinos like gossiping, so they're like, and I finished it like, man, this is not working. This is not gonna work. But just keep on going, guys. Keep on going. There's a few pictures there. I had the opportunity to take my kids to play soccer in Spain. They were representing Canada, U10 and U12 in the soccer. It was an amazing experience. And then just recently, you follow me like in social media, I just took my family for a whole month going to the World Cup. I wanted to go back. We were in the Azteca, 85,000 people inside, like probably like 5 to 6 million people outside the Azteca. It was nuts. So my message for everybody in this convention, don't lose focus, guys. When you are in this journey, you need to keep your eyes in 5 directions. Look back, never forget where you're coming from. Never forget your roots. Never forget where your humble beginning, the rejected. But please take a clear step forward and have a bit like a leader so they can follow you. But it means little if you're walking through that one and you don't bring people with you. They say it's lonely on the top, but that's a lie. When you're walking, don't step into anyone. Be humble. You don't need to step on people's lives, but overall, keep your sight in God because He will hold you every day of your life. Thank you so much. God bless you.
welcome Senior Executive Vice Chairman David Limpert.
What's possible? Good morning. How's it going so far? All right. I've got my water with me because this air conditioning in the hotels here is just kicking the crap out of me this year. I don't know what it is. So if I put a coughing fit, I'll have a little water, and I might just have to walk right on. So my story goes so far back that you're gonna go, man, this guy's been around forever, since the age of the dinosaurs, right? And every time I speak, I start with the exact same phrase, so I won't disappoint anybody here this morning. Dave Limpert is a product of the system. And when they announced at the ABC meeting that Power Was Possible was our theme for this year, I just went into like a history lesson on my own life when I started here, right? This system and this platform has powered my entire life into the next generation, right? Over the last, I've had my certification for 33 years, if you can imagine that. We started up with WFG 28 years ago, come January 1999. Is when we kind of changed the sign on the door of what we were trying to do in Calgary, Alberta. Lots of Calgarians here. And we just started, we didn't even know what we were doing, right? We had really no presentation. We were just winging it and doing, kind of got here and kind of kept doing for 4 years what wasn't working where we were. And it all came together when I read page 78 in the BFS manual. But how I got into this business, I'll go back. I'm from now a 6th generation farming and ranching family. So I jumped in the 4th generation, right? And for 80 years at that time, my family had been entrepreneurs and rocking and rolling in Alberta, Canada. And then in the middle 80s, an unfortunate situation happened, and my dad was walking across the farm, and at age 46, he was there one day, next day he was gone. I was a teenager, old with 6 kids, and I just couldn't believe the position we were in. All my ancestors, great business people, great entrepreneurs, but as for ever having a thought about what if something happens to somebody and they're not there anymore, what does it look like? And there was no plan, no succession, no estate, no money, nothing, no insurance. And I'm going, what the heck? How did they make a mistake like this after 80 years of being in business? So I thought, I could go wrong. Well, about 10 years later, I probably grew up a little bit, right into my late 20s, and went, I gotta go learn something. So moved to Calgary. You take a farm boy from a town of 250 people, and you start thinking about, I'm gonna move to Calgary. I never even been to the city, right? And there was only one guy, my cousin Lanny McDonald was the only guy from Dahlia that ever went to the city and made it. I thought, well, if he can do it, I can. Right? So off to the city I go, man. I'm going to conquer the world. I'm going to get something figured out. This is never going to happen to my family again. I'm going to learn all about money. And I'm going to make some payments here, right? So I get into heavy equipment construction. Any construction workers out there? A few, right? I know that you're not very old because construction workers don't live very long. So here I'm just going to do construction for a little while until I really find what it is I'm looking for. People start there like that. You're just going to do it for a little while till you find what it is you're looking for. And I woke up 6 years later and I was still doing construction. And I kind of like Paxton, I had a day where there was a guy who'd been on a grader and a cat, a dozer for 25 years, and they were having this 25th anniversary party of being a heavy equipment operator. And I pulled my machine into the yard there, and he was walking from his machine over to his birthday cake. I made him a cake for 25 years, and he could hardly walk. And I looked at that dude, and I thought, oh my goodness, that's me. That's me. There's got to be more. There's got to be more. So I got in business with a couple of partners out there, but then October 3rd, 1998, the world changed forever for Dave when one of the founders from the States walked into our office, drew a little picture, right? And I remember looking up, and the three of us looking at each other and went, that's what we want to build. That's what we're trying to do, right? So we just changed the design of the world. And now it's 28 years later, right? We've gone to how many thousands of reps in Canada and the US. And I have been a part of this whole powering what's possible for all those years. And it has changed my family's life forever. My kids and their kids, I just can't believe what has happened. It's a big blur, actually, when people say, well, what was it all like, you know? They go, you got any pictures, Dave? Well, actually, when I started, phones didn't even have cameras. So there's no evidence of us in those early years, right? Now there's pictures all over the place. They go, look, they have pictures of themselves when they started. And I go and I try and find some of those. They go, no pictures, Don. No pictures anywhere. So there's no evidence, right? So, away we go. I think about where we're going. I can honestly tell you, I am more fired up today than I've been since we began. Of where we're going, what Aegon's doing. I was telling the base shop last night, I'm going, when we took that call from Aegon, they said, we're going to make a 50-year commitment to you guys, to this company. I went, 50 years? Holy cow! And you know, it only took like 22, 23 years to get them to move where they've been forever to North America. It's unbelievable. 23 years we did that. To have one of the largest companies in the world come to where we are because they believe in us and where we're going. And I'm telling you, if you're new here, you have come in the right time. It was always the right time, but now is definitely the right time. We've got backing like we've never had before. It's unbelievable. So I want you to give it everything you got. I want you to power what's possible and believe in this system, this platform. I was struggling until I read page 78, and then it told me exactly what to do in the base shop. It told me exactly the activity to do to get it up to. And I went on a 16-month run, because that's kind of what it says. There's an old saying in the company, 50 for 60 equals $1.2 million. And I just gave it for 60 months. That's what I want you to do to start with. And you will find yourself and your world and your family and your life changed forever. I want to thank my mom, who's 93 years young, who has stood beside me for 33 years. I want to thank my wife, Victoria. We've been together 33 years now. I was studying to get my certification when we met. And she didn't even know what it was. I said, I'm taking my security skills. Security? You're going to be a security guard? That's what she wanted. I told her this. I said, no, I'm not going to be a security guard, right? Nothing wrong with that, though. So I want you to power what's possible. Use this platform like I did. And we'll see everybody at the top. Thank you very much.
Well, actually, WFG found my husband and I in a small rural farming community in central Alberta over 20 years ago now. Some neighbors moved in next door who were just there a short window, but you talk about divine connections. In that small window, they asked if they could sit with us. And being a couple of very skeptical people, we agreed, but weren't really sure what we were in store for. And we met a man by the name of Dave Lippert. And to be frank, he asked a question that caused us a sleepless night. When he asked us, did the current career path that my husband and I were on, did it have the ability to get us where we wanted to go? The fact is, it did not. And so he talked to me about an opportunity. And I immediately said, listen, you're talking to the wrong girl. First of all I know about money is we don't have any. And secondly, I sucked in math at school. I have dyslexia, a learning disability, and exams and all of that were terrible. But he comforted me saying, listen, we'll train you in all of that, but what we're looking is for some honest, hardworking people who still have a shot and want to get ahead. I love being a part of the WFG family because of the people. There is such great people in this company and all the great leadership that have invested time in me and my mindset, giving me skill set, giving me confidence on how to grow business in this platform. And it's the goals, it's the stories, it's the lives that are changed and the ripple effect that comes from building a business here and going out and serving others. If you fall in love with serving others, you're going to be able to change a lot of other families' lives because they are waiting for us to help them. The need has never been greater. There's such incredible people here with a common mission to serve others. And it's something you can get behind. It's something you can do as long as God gives me breath, that I can go out and teach others what I've learned. It's my sole purpose in life to be able to empower others with the knowledge, whatever it might be, whether they want to go down the track of just learning how they can put themselves in a better place financially. We want to educate them on all the concepts and strategies that are available to them.
Former IT professional, computer programmer, she's an executive vice chairman, she's making over $1 million. You guys know, like, have you done the math on your phone, what it means to be making over $1 million a year in the business? It's a lot, over 80 grand a month. She has over 200 licensed agents, and she told me backstage, I said, is there anything you want me to add? She said, I used to be really shy. And I looked at her and I said, so you're not shy anymore? And she goes, still shy. I was like, got it. And then the first speaker, Stella Bebeji, 4 years in the business, originally from Nigeria. Who wants to take a guess what she used to do for a living? Nurse practitioner. She's an executive marketing director. She's making over $500,000 a year. Yesterday she was our EMD MVP of the entire company. She has 3 SMDs, 15 SMDs. And you want to know something? She told me backstage, she said, and I retired my husband, and he's sitting there and he said, who gave you permission to say that? And they're going back and forth, and I look down and I see she's wearing her blue ring. I was like, Stella, just trying the flashlight, like, why are you wearing the blue ring? She's like, I don't know. I'm like, the blue ring for 100 grand. And I was like, well, aren't you at $500,000? She's like, yeah, but I don't. I said, okay. So you know how to make money, that's it. She said, well, my husband has $250,000. She said, when I get back home, I'm going to go pursue my 250 ring and my 500 ring. By then, she'll probably have her $750,000 ring. But she's a proud follower of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I'm so proud to introduce.
When he says I am God's practitioner. Practitioner, my God. Thank you, Lord, for rescuing me from the rat race. Hey, thank you, Father.
Hallelujah.
He said that don't make anybody laugh. This is America, this is not Africa. So we look to America. If you laugh, you'll be us. And I felt my greetings. So, champions, my name is Stella. I am standing before you today, if not for Christ.
Amen.
Mother, sister, are you in the house?
Mkono umechoka.
Champions, I want to take a moment to thank God for my mentors.
It's too long. Just stop it and start again. It's not too long.
I want to give special appreciation to my darling friend, all the way from Nigeria when we were in college. This lady was the one that brought me to this opportunity. Her name is Dr. Ijoma Kalu. Yeah, I love you so much. And God bless you and your husband. Cynthia Akula, I love you all. If not for you, I wouldn't be here. My mentors, Martin President, Daniel Fogo, I greet you guys. Hey. Champions, we are here to cover what is possible. Oh yeah. From Genesis to Revelation, if you are a believer and a Christian, it says that you can do all things through Him.
Who strengthens you. Woo!
Possibility is the dictionary of children of God. And if you are here for the first time, let me tell you, you are the right place at the right time. Thank you, God, and thank the person that brought you here.
Woo! Hallelujah!
That's why I want to speak on the power of self-belief and action. Champions, give me just a minute to tell you my story. I came to this country in 2009. I was asked to go into nursing. That your accounting profession doesn't matter, didn't matter, or whatever. Then I should keep it by the side. And I went to start from CNA. You know what is CNA? Those who came there as in the hospital. So champions, from there, I started from bachelor's to master's in nursing. When I finished, this business found me 2022 July. The money I owed in student loan, I will not mention the amount here because it's outrageous. Nurses, you are doing great job. You are doing great job, but
Hallelujah.
if you are looking for money, I don't think it's on that route. Yeah. This is where you get that your financial freedom you are seeking for. And that time freedom. So champion, we are here to know what is possible. You that is coming for the first time to this event, champions, let me tell you, do everything to achieve your dream. So let me continue. I have an amazing guy here. My handsome husband, my cute husband. You know what? Because of his handsomeness, I have 8 children for you. Daniel Fogo asked me not to make anybody laugh today, please. It's not my fault. And you ladies, if you saw him when he ushered me here, looking so handsome. If you have a handsome husband like him, I bet you will have over 20 children. What inspired me was 3 years ago, I came for the first time to this event. Champions, I was sitting at the back as a new agent. I was just watching, looking at incredible speakers, telling us their success stories. I'm like, God, what is happening here? Am I inside America or am I outside America? Since 2009 I came to America, I've never had about this information. Just 2022. I said, God, what can I do to be like these people? I said, one day, you see this stage, I'm gonna stand here to tell my own story.
Amen! Say it again.
Let me tell you, we are beautifully and wonderfully made. We are loaded with great potentials and greatness.
Amen.
Just that many of us have not tapped into that potentials. Classroom will prepare you just 1% of your potentials. 1%. You will develop your classroom. 99% have not been developed. But this opportunity are giving us that opportunity to develop the greater part of our potentials loaded in us. If you believe, you can achieve it, champions.
Amen.
Those who are coming for the first time, please, if you are coming for the first time and you are here, stand up just a second, please. Stand up.
Gina, look at me.
When you go back, you will face a lot of challenges. When 3 years ago when I came here, immediately I went home. I said, oh my goodness, let me talk to nurses, let me talk to my friends. All of them rejected me. The champions I'm doing this business with today, they are not my close friends. God will bring your way those who want success.
Yes. Yes, we receive that.
Destiny destroyers.
Yes. Amen.
You don't need multiple degrees. You don't need a good English to be here. This one has accommodated everybody from different cultures, different languages, and different backgrounds. What you need is a change of mindset. And if you tell yourself, I can. Champion, let me tell you.
That's it.
Heaven and earth will come to your aid. Your brain cells will start looking for a way to help you achieve that success.
Yes.
When you tell yourself, I cannot, for myself, your brain cells will go and sleep.
Yes.
Do not allow yourself to be that one that will say, I cannot. Say, I can.
I can.
I can achieve success.
I can achieve
You can
success.
achieve it. When you say it, it will come to pass.
Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Executive Vice Chairman Lori Luo.
Little lure.
Speak to you at this convention. Life is full of changes. Some changes we expect, some we don't expect. Today, I'm going to tell you my story from living a usual life to where I am today. This is my journey from an IT programmer to a financial entrepreneur. 28 years ago, I came to the US as an international student. After I graduated, my first job was a computer programmer in a government agency. Later on, I moved to Toronto, Canada. IT programmers are famous. We are shy and we don't talk. We just sit in the computer and program all day. But then, life changed. After my son was born, I really wanted to have a career change. I was so tired of IT programming. One day, my neighbor asked me to a BPM about the financial industry. I wasn't really interested. What I wanted is to gain financial knowledge. Along the way, I saw the potential of the industry and made a big career change. I went full-time with WSG. 2010, my first convention in Las Vegas. You can tell I was so shy then. My son was only 1.5 years old. My husband was the one who took care of him. People often criticize me for this. They said I didn't spend enough time with my family. This is my son in Hawaii this year.
Wow.
I'm so proud of him. He is accepted to a top university in Canada. I always remind myself of my goal. I had to keep going, and I did. I have now qualified for Hawaii 12 times consecutively.
Wow.
Then I built my business one step at a time, 2 steps forward and 1 step backward. But I never stop. I keep moving forward, slowly but surely. Looking back, building physical habits and emotional habits were key to my success. On the physical side, I did what I had to do. For example, it could be very cold in Toronto with heavy snow. I dug myself out and started the car again. Many times after my appointment, I couldn't find my car because it's all under the snow. This was a great business training. Emotional discipline, for me, is not being discouraged by the world no. Most of us cannot handle objections or disagreement. We crumble, maybe we give up. I look at this another way. Objection is just a reason to try again, to keep going. That's what I did, over and over again. This is my performance track for the last 15 years. My team recruit and production. 2011, my second year full-time. It was the lowest income of my career. I only made $13,000. That's the time most people quit. Not me. I just keep going. Persistence pays off. 2017, I hit a career high. My income was over $500,000.
Oh, wow.
This could never have happened if I had given up. 2021, I hit another career high. 2022, something happened. My husband started getting sick. 2022-23, we have so many doctor's appointments, many specialist appointments, trip to the emergency room, hospital stays. Just 2 weeks ago, we went to emergency room again. It's been heartbreaking to see him deteriorate so fast. My world collapsed. But my business emotionally and professionally. In 2024, I decided to pick myself up. I wanted to bring my business to the next level. I focused, I was committed. 2024, my team production was up 67%.
Wow. Woo!
was over $1 million. I really appreciate the support from my mentors. Of course, for my entire team. Team Panther, thank you for your contribution. You guys are amazing. Today, I'm standing here on this stage telling you my story. Now I never look back. I only look forward. In closing, here's my favorite saying. I am who I am today because of the choices I made yesterday. Thank you for having me.
Tight enough for me to get it up to the second level. Sorry guys up there, I'm trying. Drop my ornaments, shirts. All right, so I'm very concerned right now. And the reason I'm concerned is it's more a message for the MGM. Like Daniel Fombo and team, I feel like you're creating a nursing in the U.S. Okay, so our next speaker.
They will bring more from Africa. And you recruit them.
And he said it. You want to hear it. You want to hear it. You got to hear the stats. How many numbers got? They're really good. Okay? Married 24 years. 4 kids. 27 years in business. 3 million of income. Let's just do that real quick. 500 SMEs. 300 ringers. 6,000 licenses. 40 million super team points. All happy and strong.
Speak out, Eugene.
Married the surfer dude, Sean Malomos. From Tennessee, Nashville. Jimmy Malomos.
Into my life, my faith, my husband Sean and I met in business. We met at UPM. We got married at the Hawaii trip, and it brought me my passion, my dreams, my purpose, and I'm just so overwhelmed and so grateful for all the friendships and everything that WG allows us to come and do and participate in this amazing dream life. So you guys are very grateful. I didn't come from much. I grew up in a town of 200 people where there was no visionaries, there was no big thinkers, and we grew up very poor on welfare. My dad had a hard time finding work most of the time. And, people say, well, we were poor, but we were happy. And unfortunately, that wasn't really the case either. I remember being scared. I remember hearing my parents at the kitchen table arguing about which bill to hand we pay. And I remember waking up, the Canadian border stands, we're about half an hour below the Canadian border, and it is freezing in the wintertime. And I remember waking up in the middle of winter, I don't know how 20 below or whatever it was, but waking up and seeing my breath and being scared that we couldn't afford propane. And I went and woke up my little sisters. I'm not with 6 kids, and I went and woke up my little sisters, and I huddled them into the bathroom and plugged in a little space heater and was singing songs with them and doing their breaks, hoping that they would feel the way I felt. And I hated that feeling, and I wanted to have peace in my home, and joy in my home, and no financial stress in my home. So I came out to California, and I started working, and I was working multiple jobs, trying to help my family back in Montana. And I started working a corporate job. I was actually managing a gym, and I hated corporate America. I hated someone having their thumb on me, telling me when I could see my family and how many hours I had to work. And I had zero freedom, and I hated it. And I had an income ceiling, and now I found this business, and my whole thinking changed, my whole vision changed. I remember sitting down and doing my financial plan, and my trainer showing me, remember those old Ibbotson charts that you'd say if you save a couple $100 a month, at age 65, he said you're gonna have 1 million. And my whole thinking changed, like someone like me could have $1 million? Why doesn't everybody know this? Why doesn't someone in my family know this? Oh my God, my daddy worked his entire life, and he has nothing but debt. Nothing but debt. No deputy was there to help my family. Then I went in the fields, and I watched in 45 minutes a family's life completely change. In 45 minutes, the whole trajectory of a family's life, and we brought hope, and we brought peace of mind to that family. And I watched in one night, who made in one night what I made in like a month at my job. And then I got licensed, and I became a field trainer myself. And I remember going in the field, some referral of someone that they met at Home Depot, and this guy was twice my age, making about $400,000 a year. And I remember being so nervous to walk into that home because I didn't feel like I was very good. I wasn't a good closer. But I walked into that home, and I sat in my car first, and I prayed. But I also said, my sisters back home need this. They're digging through couch cushions trying to find change to buy milk for the babies. Just do your best. I'd have to pump myself up to go walk into someone's home. And I remember that couple, Mike and Mary. Listen to me. He had like 10 life insurance policies that were all expired term. He was paying way too much for. He had no emergency fund. He had over $100 grand of debt, a first, second, and a third on his house. And we retired that family, right, Sean? But I remember leaving that house, and I was so excited driving back to the office because I was able to change that life. Me, this girl that looked like she was 12 years old, helped this family. They had teenage kids. And I remember I was so happy, and I got to the office, and I'm like, I could do this for free. This is so awesome, I love this business. And then Sean said, do you know what you made? Like, I have no idea, I don't even know how to calculate the commission. But he showed me, he said, you made $18,000. I was a senior associate. And I'm like, what kind of stupid company would pay me $18,000? Hours worth of work, and I completely changed this family's life. And my whole dreams changed from that night. And then they started believing me, and they started believing me and encouraging me and praising me. And I'll tell you, when we talk about power of possibilities, the real power is the people. It's believing in people. And I remember I was just not even at SMD, and I kind of snuck on a meeting and snuck on this trip, and I got to meet John Pham, the great John Pham, and he talked to me about my wives. And it was the most powerful conversation. I came home from that event, and I was like taking a shower really fast so I could hurry up and get out of the shower, like making phone calls and get to the office. There's so that spark, that conversation is a spark of the power that can change an entire life. And then I hit SMD, but I was still struggling. I wasn't making $100 grand, and I had a conversation conversation with Rich Foley. Michelle and I, in our little 600 square foot apartment, sat on our bed, and we had that conversation with Rich, and he said, oh man, you guys are awesome. It's straight to SCVC with you, and he believed in us. Guys, don't ever stop believing in your people. Pour into them. Recognize them for all their accomplishments, even the smallest thing. Like, just don't let them quit because of your lack of encouragement and your belief. Just love on them and believe in them. People did that for me over and over. I love this business. I love what we do for families. This morning I told a widow that died 4 days ago that she's getting $1.5 million. She said, Jamie, I can't pay my bills. I had to get them cremated. What is it when she had no idea what the policy was? I said, no, don't worry. You're taken care of. It's income replacement the rest of your life. I love what we do. I love to recruit. I love to sell the dream. I love to bring hope where hope is lost. I love to get people believing in themselves again. This business is so powerful, and I'm so grateful. I'm grateful that I get to be in business with my spouse, and that my family grew up in this business. And I'm grateful for a God that loves me, and He's been there, He's had His hand in my business. I know you can do it because you have that same power, you have this same platform. I promise you that there's nothing that the leaders that came on this stage have that you don't already have. You have that same God, and you have that same platform, and you have people that love you and believe in you. So just right now, the next 18 months, I'm most grateful for this team Revolution. You haven't seen nothing yet. You haven't seen nothing yet. The next 18 months is going to blow your mind, you guys. These guys have done some powerful things, given millions to charity. Honestly, the power, the real power of possibility is not the money and the trips and all the wonderful things that happen with WFG. Here, it's the person you become and the difference you can make. Yes. I hope that you'll go change the world with us. You guys, I love you. Woo!
Come on! I want to hear it! Can't get it. I'm going to pull those out better next time. All right. I want to bring something to your attention. I don't have a timer here. Let's go fast. I want to bring something to your attention, okay? If you noticed yesterday, we played a little, we gave you a real life example of something. And it's the best example you can ever see. In business, you're going to fall down. Okay? In business, it's going to be hard. Yes. In business, you might want to quit. You might want to give up. You might want to just take a little nap. Right? There might be some, you just want to stay down on the floor. But yesterday, did a little drama. And if you saw one of our amazing speakers and women, Nikki Cannon, stage the ball. And then she showed you what the meaning of getting back up. Never quitting. Keep going. Don't worry about what other people think or say. Can we give her the biggest round of applause? That would have happened, we know that. All right, so our next speaker. This guy is no stranger to anyone in the room, whether from Canada or the US. Okay? EC from Edmonton, Alberta. I text the speakers and I say, hey, give me some stats, and I tell them what to give me. And I say, you know, how long you've been married, kids. Here's the only thing he sent me to show you what his priorities have been and are. Married 37 years, 5 kids, and a strong super base of 20 grandkids. that should be most important to all of us as we build a business for our family. 28 years in business, 2,000 SMDs, 20,000 licenses, and 319 million all-generation super team points. Reality show!
Hello, everybody. How are you? I only have a few minutes with you, so I'm going to get right into it. But I just want to start by saying, Paulette and I are a perfect example of what's possible. 28 years ago, we were flat broke. No hope, no idea where we were going to go, what we were going to do. I was minutes away from making a decision to go into bankruptcy. Fortunately, I ran into a friend of mine, his name is Murray Scoggins, in a parking lot of a confectionery, and I tried to recruit him for some MLM, and he had no interest whatsoever. And he said, you might have some interest in talking to me. So we went for coffee, and as they say, the rest is history. Here we are 28 years later. We've managed to, with the help, I just want to take a brief moment to say thank you to everybody on my team, my organization. Because of you, we are here. But 28 years ago, as I said, no hope, flat broke. And here we are today, built a great organization. We've been debt-free for several years now, and we've saved a lot of money. And we are close to financially independent. I will share that for any other reason than to tell you anything is possible. But instead of talking about, I'm going to spend just a couple of minutes, and I'm going to leave you with something that has driven me from day one. Something that I hope you take with you, because I think it is very, very important in order to be able to get to where you want to go. I call it my 4 Ds. And so in order for this is a tough business, we know that. It's not complicated, but it's not easy. So I'll start with the 4 Ds. I'll start with D number 1. Dreams and goals. You need to know what you want your life to look like a year from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, and beyond. Once you figure that out, that probably is the beginning of the key to success. This is my recipe to success. And so it's something that I work on every single day. To this day, I still work on that every single day. Because we get older, things change, our dreams change, our goals change. But if you don't work on this, if you don't figure this out, you're like a ship without a rudder out in the ocean. This is what drives me. This is what keeps me on the straight and narrow most of the time. The second D is called desire. Once you've got your goals figured out, once you've got what you want, Napoleon Hill in his book, Think to Grow Rich, talks about desire, the key to success. But not just desire, a burning desire. I remember what it felt like when we were broke. I remember not being able to pay bills. I remember having to steal from Peter to pay Paul. Yes. That was our life. And so to this day, I could talk about this for hours. I have this burning desire to never, ever be broke again. And that's what continues. One of the reasons why I continue doing what I'm doing. So a burning desire. The third D is called discipline. Once you've got a goal and you have a plan and you execute the plan and you have a burning desire about achieving that goal, you need to be disciplined. And for all of us, it's easy to be undisciplined in every area of our life. So that's the third D. And then the fourth D, you can have the 3 Ds all kind of figured out, your goals, your dreams. You've got that burning desire. You've got discipline. But the fourth one is probably the one that can just take it all away. And that's called distractions. Distractions is a killer. Since we joined 28 years ago, this has been it for me. There has been nothing else. There is nothing else. So I don't even have to think about it. There's all kinds of, I call it Mickey Mouse outfits out there that probably would like to get a hold of me and sell me their dream. It would be a total waste of their time. It always has been. This is it. It has been. For 28 years. And so avoiding distraction. I've never invested. I don't own, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but just not to me. All the money we've ever invested is through the products and the services that we have from our product partners. I don't want to own an apartment block where I have to go and collect rent and all that kind of stuff. This is it. It has served us very, very well. Very well. So those are our 4 Ds. Those are the things that govern my business and govern my life. Dream, desire, discipline, and avoid distractions. I hope you take that away with you, and you take it home with you, and you kind of maybe rethink a little bit about how you do things. It's got nothing to do with financial services. It's got nothing to do, it's got everything to do with the business, running the business. And that's what I hope for all of you. So, just about running out of time. I want to leave you with this. Everybody comes up here and we all try and do our best we can to talk about how exciting the business is, we're at the right place at the right time, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I mean, compared to 28 years ago where we are today, it's like night and day. But at the end of the day, this is what I want to take home. At the end of the day, whatever your goals and dreams are, and you've got that defined, you're pretty clear about that, just remember one thing. If it is to be, it is up to me. It's not your outline, it's not your sideline, it's not your downline, it's not home office. Everything about success, if it is to be, it is up to me. Enjoy the rest of the convention. My wife and I love you all. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Najua wanawake wanameanga ndevu. Unatamani ndevu.
Do you guys ever meet someone that everyone tells you is your doppelganger? Who knows what that is? Where they go, you know what, I met this person, I swear I thought it was you. They look just like you, they're the same height as you, the same hair as you, same color as you, they walk like you, they sound like you. You guys ever met someone like that? They say we all have one. I'm about to introduce mine.
Everything she was bringing you.
Listen to this. Senior Executive Vice Chairman, 2.5 million in cash flow, 2,500 plus licensed agents. Imagine 2,500 licensed agents. Has over 115 S&Ds, 2 EBCs, 50 ring earners, 2 millionaires on his team. Last night, his team took 5 MVP slots. EMD, CEO, 2 EBC MVPs, and he was the SCBC MVP. He studied business management. In our company, he's known as the Apostle of Finance. Hold on, I want to tell you my favorite part. First time I ever met this guy, it was in the pool at Hawaii. and I saw him baptizing people in the pool. I'm looking around, I'm like, what is going on? I have figured out the freaking secret. This is it right here. And in my full clothes, I'm not making it up, I got in the pool, walked over there. I was the only person that you could see above the water, including him. And he just prayed, he literally prayed this whole blessing for me and just pouring into me for us to succeed as a company, as a family, and all the above. And so my favorite part about it, not only is he my twin and everyone says that, but he's got a heart of gold, and he's not just building a business, he's building the kingdom. And so help me welcome my good friend, my brother,
That was it for me. I went back home, made a decision. Since then, my life has never been the same again. Now, why do I love WFG? I mean, about 2 months ago, I was in the Caribbean island having some bonding with my team. And I had a phone call from a client I had. That was my first client in 2019. The guy just called me and said, Emmanuel is bad. I said, what happened? He said, my son just slumped, my daughter just slumped in the library and died. Trust me, that was my first policy. I was like, what? I went online, Transamerica, checked the policy. This guy hasn't paid the policy for 2.5 years. It was still active. And that was the death claim that was delivered. That is what is possible when it comes to our industry. Now I'm going to give you some little pointers here. When it comes to make what is possible in this business, the power of what is possible is the theme of this convention this year. You better take responsibility, because nobody ever arrived at any future without taking any responsibility. Number two, you want to be committed. Commitment is very, very important. The price tag of every accomplishment in life is commitment. And as you're going to go to the next one, please make God the center of everything. You know what? Because it takes foolishness. It takes foolishness to be shameful for what it is gainful. Remember, no matter what you do as a man, still the foolishness of God is still wiser, bigger than the wisdom of all men. I see going to tell you one thing is very, very important. Diligence is very, very important. You want to power what is possible, you must be diligent. It says what? Seest thou a man diligent in his business, he says shall walk, stand with your kings and not men. Diligence is very, very important. And this, the next thing I want to tell you, you want to power what is possible, you better be disciplined. Discipline is very, very important. Listen to this. It takes discipline to keep thriving in life. Billy Graham said one thing. He said what? Some temptation comes to what? To all men. He said the word. All temptations come to the idol. So please, be disciplined, get to work, get something doing. And I'll tell you this, Mike Murdoch says something very, very important. So there are two pains in life. If you're not having no to know about this two pain, it's very, very important. The pain of what? The pain of regret and the pain of discipline. You must be disciplined to power what is possible. And I'm going to conclude with this. It's very, very important. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you one thing. You need grace to accomplish anything. People often ask me, why is this happening for you? I said, because there's something, there's grace that is given to all above, a man above, which is God. You need grace to accomplish everything. When you know what to do, guess what? There's a grace to accomplish it. It's called a doing grace. And you need that doing grace to accomplish things in life. The last thing I'm going to tell you is what your choices you make is important to power what is possible. What kind of choices are you making right now? Trust me, it says what? It's very, very important to make good choices, right? I always tell most people, I say your choices. Somebody tells me, Emmanuel, oh my God, since are not working well for me, I say because you're lazy. If you're lazy, it's a choice. Don't worry, diligent, it's a choice.
Ted, did you hear that?
Generational causes, it's a choice.
Alice, did you hear that?
Then the bigger team, like you see the team celebrating today, 5 times last couple days ago, it's a choice. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm also going to tell you this. It says what? Lead not to your own understanding, it's a choice. You get it? In all your ways, it's a choice. Now guess what? You shall meet your path, it's a choice. Today, make your choice. And I'm going to conclude with this, very, very important. There was this man who fell in a deep dish. As this man fell in the dish, the man cried, help me, somebody help me. And guess what? Somebody came, wrote a note, dropped, it says what? I am a physician. When you get out of this hole, meet me, I will treat you for free. And the guy kept crying, please somebody help me, please somebody help me. The next person came, look at him right now, the guy looked up and wrote a note saying, I want a lawyer. When you get out of this beach, I will sue the company that dug this hole and did not put something like a cover so nobody can inform me. The man cried, help me. The guy was gasping for air. The mouth was dry, saliva, being so metallic, crying, please help me, please help me, please help me. And yet comes somebody. The man looked at him right down and jumped into the pit. And the guy looked at him and said, how foolish can you be? I asked for help and you just jumped here. And now we are all stuck in this hole. And the guy looked at him in his eyes. I've been here before. And I know the way out.
And I know the way out.
Some of you are here today. It's your first time to be in this convention. Somebody brought you here because they know the way out. Some of you are going through the battle of respect today. Somebody brought you here because they know the way out. Some of you are going through some marital challenges today. Somebody brought you here because they know the way out. Some of you are going through some crazy valley of despair, difficulties, trials, tribulation. Somebody brought you here today because they know the way out. And when you find that person who brought you here because they know the way out, please stick with that person because they got the solution. And God bless you. If God gets you through that wilderness, that is how the power what is possible.
It doesn't help that I already was running to the top of the arena, and I'm out of breath. And then Emmanuel's bringing the fire, and now I'm more out of breath. The amount of amens I was getting. And I gotta read Penny Oi's stat line. So I hope you guys have a because it's a long list. They said we're behind schedule. This isn't going to help. She started in 1994.
Wow.
She used to be a loan officer. She became an executive chairman in 2021, and she's the very first woman to ever reach the executive chairman level. She's currently the only woman sitting on the President's Council. And wait till you hear this one. She's currently also the highest cash flow earning woman in our company. All right, here we go. She's got 3 senior executive vice chairmen, 10 executive vice chairmen,
Wow.
14 CEOs.
Wow.
Some of us haven't had 14 recruits in our whole career. 36 executive marketing directors. And I have to tell you, when I was coming to the convention, I was fired up because we had 700 licensed agents. And backstage, I'm like, Penny, how are you gonna have more SMDs than I even have licensed agents? 745 senior marketing directors.
Wow.
2,400 marketing directors. 2,400 MDs.
2,400 MDs.
$14 million and above earners. 4 $750,000 ring earners. 22 $500,000 ring earners. 91 $250,000 ring earners. 211 $100,000 ring earners. But I'm going to tell you the most important thing. This is why you should stay and be in WFG for the rest of your life, for as long as the Lord gives you. Is she's the definition of class and character and servant leadership and taking care of her team and paying it forward. And her team absolutely loves her. Please get on your feet for the great, the legend, Penny Oil.
Small town in Malaysia. I'm Malaysian Chinese. How many Malaysian are there? 4 of them are there. My childhood started when I was 7 years old. I had to wake up 3 o'clock in the morning. We were very tiny body and standing beside my dad. Malaysia is a tropical country, it's not that cold. But for us, at 7 years old, I'm the eldest one, so I had to help my father, as my father is running a wholesale seafood wholesale business. So that I must have one paper, one journal in my hand, as she's shouting out the number as she's weighing all the seafood. So I remember there was cold back then for me. My hand was trembling, jotting every single digit in the ledger. And later, we're going to have the block of ice. And then, I cannot lift the whole thing, but I have to help him. And then we have to scatter the ice to cover the seafood. And the cold of the ice goes straight to your skin,
and go straight to your goal. And where I came from, we don't have a lot of resources where we came from. I remember the only entertainment that we had at that time is the basketball. The basketball do not have any hardwood floor, no the rubber padding. All we have is a court full of sand. As you walk not careful, you might slip. As you dribble the basketball, the dust will flow into the air. So oftentimes you have a lot of booger in your face because of all the dust. And that was me. And I wasn't very skilled at the beginning. My skill hasn't developed yet. So I have to be a cover girl, a cheering for my teammates. And when the season's over, every single day, at a hot day, me and my two brothers will do a practicing at a lunch so that I can know how to jump further. And I will dribble, and I know I have to learn how to shoot so that next season I can play. And I have to pick up myself every single time I fall. Just like WFG, just like you in this business. But that summer that I learned how to be better myself changed the whole, told the history of my life. The next season, we fight very hard to become a champion. That gave me a seat in the top high school in the city. That literally stretched my vision. And that moment, I know there's something bigger across the ocean. That made me a sport to come in and study abroad. I always believe when I came to WFG, every obstacle that you encounter, anything that you do, every bad experience or good experience, if you overcome it, and you know it's going to do you something good, and sometimes, and many times, you may not know what's come up from that. I believe in hard work. I believe in endurance. I believe in grit. From the 3 o'clock ice market calling and struggling and bringing a lot of precision and how I do finance business. Remember that I had to jot down all the ledger for my brother, for my father. That gave me a precision in any financial game and any business I do. That made my foundation. The same basketball court, the very bad environment, give me a chance knowing that when you run the system, you may not know how to run the system very well. But if you pick yourself all the time, many know that you can build something very big. And also the bench player, you might not want your stage right now. And many of you have been coming to this convention many times, you're cheering for somebody. Your time will come. Your time will come. And also that you know that all the immigrants that came from, we work extremely hard because we know that we came from the world that's not much for us. You do not have to have a lot of market. You do not have to have a lot of connection. All you need to have is a winning mindset. And because of that, you come to this event, and all the messages singing to your heart, and then the duplication starts taking place. I always believe that environment can limit where you start, but can never look down the soul of winning mindset. And because of what we have for the last 32 years, I want to take this time. We don't take a lot of time to appreciate the home office. Your vision, mind, your technology. We're going places right now. The home office, all the stuff that we have, they give us an unbelievable world-class platform. Because of you, my dream come true. that after they make all the money, it's not about themselves anymore. They talk about selfless. Why that we stay for 32 years, we still at it? Why we still build bake shop? Why we still want to compete? Because we do not learn from them by the word. We see how they do every single day. This is why it's so important when you start making money, please do not forget where you came from. We have a great example in our company to show you that. And also my teammate. You hear giving a Lori story. You hear that people with you for 20 or 30 years. You celebrate their success. You also know that it is hard for them to pick up themselves. When they got money, when they don't have money, they still believe in you. And also some of them don't even have a chance to come to on the stage, but they know that by hanging around you, that they become better. Thousands of nights that they want to feel. All the rejection, everything they go through. You are why I still We are very proud. We build a good ecosystem whereby that we can trust each other, we feel safe in the community. And also that nothing will ever happen if I don't have the backup of my soul. I know that I met this little band when I was 19 years old. And I do not know how much you see in me. You say that, don't worry, Penny. As long as your father can give you a first check, right after you come to the United States, you don't have to worry the rest of the college fee. And later on I found that it's a very good investment. He's a good investor, he knows how to invest in me. And this is after 36 years we are together. Daniel, my quiet strength, my loudest cheerleader, and the biggest critic also. And my absolute soulmate. We become better in marriage because of this company. And God blessed me a true, wonderful daughter. My first daughter doesn't have a lot of activity, all those fancy stuff when I started the business. And then when the second daughter came around, she's a little bit luckier. But you never see any blaming on their face. They are the most beautiful in my eyes, the most talented person in my eyes. The most important, I'm very, very proud. They have the same heart, they want to serve others. This is why that any boundary that I push, every legacy I build, is to show you that everything is possible when a woman refuses to give up.
Say it again!
Very, very proud because the home office, the mentor, and the teammate, we are very, very proud that we serve 3 generations for our customers. From a grandfather to father to a son. We are very, very proud that we don't say we do holistic financial planning. We do holistic life planning. We believe in education, financial education. We also believe that not only that you learn how to build your portfolio, you also know how to build millionaires. We also believe that you can do something significant. We are very, very proud by next month we should cross the $1 billion super point team. Somebody, 3 o'clock in the morning, jogging at the lecture, and today that you can say, we passed our $1 billion. And I want to let you know, you, regardless your status and see, you just in this company. We need to go serve Alberta without reservations. We need to make sure that when you truly use a life to imitate the life of others, you will naturally become a leader of true, absolute influence. The 3 o'clock childhood for me, trembling my hand on the ice, the towel on the sandboard, waiting for a turn to play, and 30 years of the family support, and then 30 years teammate review. Dreams do come true in this company. In my office, I have this. This is my poster in my office. It's all my office mates. Can everybody stand up? I want you to read with me together. Can everybody stand up? As I say, I am a financial professional.
I am a financial professional.
I protect your family future.
I protect your family future.
I educate to create financial confidence.
I educate to protect your financial confidence.
I guide you to financial independence.
I guide you to financial independence.
I teach you how to build wealth.
I teach you how to build wealth.
I help you for your life uncertainty.
I help you for your life uncertainty.
I stand by you in time of financial hardship.
I stand by you in times of financial hardship.
Advocate in financial literacy.
I am advocating financial literacy.
When you are unsure, I provide clarity.
When you are unsure, I provide clarity.
When you are overwhelmed, I simplify the process.
When you are overwhelmed, I simplify the process.
When you need a plan, I build you one.
When you need a
I walk you through the twists and turns in your financial path. I believe everybody deserves financial future, secure financial future.
I believe everyone deserves a financial future.
I foster financial habit. I promote lifetime financial learning.
Financial learning.
I partner with you to turn your goal into reality. We are in together.
We are in together.
I am a financial professional and builder.
I am a financial professional and builder.
And financial education is my mission.
Financial education is my mission.
This is not rhetoric, okay? None of this. But let me tell you, you've heard of the $1 million beat? Okay. I'm going to introduce a speaker in a minute. But there's one more speaker after that. Do not leave. Trust me. That's 2 speakers left. I'm going to introduce the last here. There's going to be one more. Do not leave. I'll say I told you so if you do. All right? Okay, so I got all this stuff. I'm not allowed to say it. It's too long. But I've got to give you some context here of who we're going to hear from. Okay? This is it for me. It was a pleasure. Thank you very much. Hope you have an awesome The afternoon is going to be amazing. Don't leave early there either. We're going to go out with a bang. Well, listen to this, our next speaker. 890 earners.
On Thursday.
281 to 50 earners. 88 500 earners. 44 750. 29 $1 million earners on his team.
My return flight.
15 1.5, 9 2 million, 4 3 million, 4 million. I don't need to say anything else. What I will tell you, he doesn't want me to tell you anything besides he loves what he has built and and he will never talk about himself. He will talk about his team and all of you and the industry and his company, because he's a selfless leader. He's not a king, he's a king maker. Please help me welcome Raja Dharma!
Next 40 minutes, I'm not speaking for 40 minutes. You already told me 5-6 times, just come back. Okay. Next 40 minutes will change your life. You will make a decision. It's a time to make a decision. For me, it all started with a decision. 18 years back, I was a taxi driver who has no clue about money and finance. And now, with God's grace, we finished our convention in Canada last week with 14,000 attendees. And now we have this one going on. If I can do it, coming from taxi driving background, all of you can do it. But all you need is the right environment. So you can, if you're writing this down, I'll give you a few things here. Success in any business is determined by the need of the business. Why we are succeeding too high? Because everyone needs us. We deliver 3 human powers, and most humans are searching for these human powers. Do you want to know which human powers I'm talking about? You can write this down. Number 1 is freedom. Freedom of time and money. Most people are looking for that human power. And with our model, we can deliver them freedom of time and money. Second human power is financial security. People wanting to feel financially secure. And every single day, that's what we deliver to them. And the third human power is peace of mind. Peace of mind do not come from your external possessions. Peace of mind comes from the person you have become during the process, your inner possessions. So freedom, security, and peace. These are the 3 human powers we deliver every day. And every family needs it. This is why our mission is no family left behind. And all you need to do is get more people licensed in your deeds so that we can go out and help more families each and every day. But to serve this marketplace, you need to work on 5 areas. I'm going to cut this down. First thing you need to work on is your purpose. Obviously, need is huge, but without you identifying your purpose, it's not possible for you to fly high. So purpose means you learn to discover your deeper why, and that takes the environment like today, where you're sitting in right now. So you need to identify your deeper why which is beyond money. What is beyond money to all of you? Obviously, this is well-paid industry and everybody needs us. You can make decent amount of money. But what are the few things which is beyond money important to you? So identify your purpose. Number 2 is your perspective. You need to learn to see possibilities bigger than the challenges. And this is what happened in the powerful environment like today. You need to spend more time dwelling over your dreams than your problems. And we have that power given by Almighty, that we can dwell over anything we like to. We have the treasure within, but we need to connect with that treasure by being in the right environment, which all of you are in today. Number 3 improvement area is patterns.
You need to learn to intentionally recognize and improve the patterns, thinking patterns, action patterns, and habit patterns. So this is something, purpose, say after me everybody, purpose, perspective. Perspective is the way you see things. And number 3 is patterns. The patterns is the way you think, you act, and you have these habits. And number 4 is persistence. Persistence. You need to learn to stay enthusiastic when the results are not favorable to you. When the results are not visible, you need to learn to stay enthusiastic. So that's the perspective, persistence you need to have. So number 1 is purpose, number 2 is perspective, number 3 is patterns, and number 4 is persistence. Persistence means you learn to stay enthusiastic. You learn to stay consistent during the unfavorable conditions. And that's what we all go through when we walk on this journey. And number 5 is possibilities. Possibilities. And this is the theme of this convention, Power What's Possible. You need to learn to think beyond your current reality. And once you learn, we have this human power. We are powerful. We have that treasure within. So you can write these few things down here. We all have unlimited wisdom, but limited thinking. We have unlimited wisdom, but limited thinking. We have unlimited capacity, but limiting beliefs. We have unlimited possibilities, but limited vision. We have unlimited power, but limited courage. And we have unlimited growth potential, but limited action. So now you can turn all your limited into unlimited by being in the right environment. By being in the right environment. So I wanted to give you a few things here which changed my life. And this is the power within. And I'm a big fan of power within. We are all complete. God has created the best creation. We are the complete human beings walking around. So don't search for the riches outside of you. Why? Because the source of all wealth lies within you. So it's all power within you. All you need is the environment. And this platform is best to provide that environment which you and me were looking for. We have that potential. We have that wisdom. So all we need to work on is we need to master the battlefield between our 2 ears. This is a battlefield. The 6 inches between your 2 ears. And this is the area which we need to work on. And you will see that coming to the right environment, you align with the possibilities. You will align with the true self which you already have within you. So in closing, before you leave today, this is the important day. This is the day of the season. Before you leave today, I challenge all of you. Make one promise. Not to me, but to yourself. And what is that promise? That you were not created to live under fear and uncertainty. You are all created with purpose. And identify that purpose in life. And the minute you identify that purpose, what is beyond money to you, significance, contribution, identity, what is something you are fighting for? And then you become unstoppable. So you were created with purpose. You were created with all the gifts which you are looking for outside, it's already within you. And the day you start believing that everything is within you is the day your life starts changing. And you were created to make a difference. Do something special. Do something significant. This is your chance. This is a greater chance which I came across when I was a taxi driver. In 18 years, this platform has transformed our life completely to the next level, which I can't even imagine. And you can write this down. If your intentions are pure, God will bless you beyond your expectations.
Amen.
Keep your intentions pure. And when you work hard with pure intentions, that's the greatest gift which you all have, which is an important asset for your success here. So the Creator Creator who created us has already placed the greatness within. But now it's your responsibility. It's your responsibility to develop towards that greatness. It's your responsibility to seek that greatness within you. It is already placed within you by Almighty. So I want you to get on your feet and we will close strong before we bring up our final speaker. All right. So I'm going to say 3 times here what's possible, and you all going to say anything possible. Are you ready? Yes. Are you ready? Yes. Can you show MGM that we are all the champions here? All right, let's go. Let's go, everybody. 3 times. 3 times. What's possible?
Anything is possible.
What's possible?
Anything is possible.
What's possible?
Anything is possible.
All right, let's go out and change the world together.
First off, I'm going to start with this, but y'all can't start cheering because we're going to lose our time. We have a rule. I'm about to bring somebody out, and it comes with rules. This person's usually the guest speaker. And you cannot this talk. Hold on a second with the woos. A bunch of woo girls in the crowd. You cannot record his talk. I'm serious, by the way. You can record it. I got clarity. We got approval for something that we don't usually have. You can record his intro as long as you promise to stop. Everybody promise to stop after that? Yes. All right? Okay. Now, there's another rule. If someone next to you is recording, you have full permission to grab their phone and throw it as far as you can on the floor down the walkway. Everybody got it? Listen, I want to tell you something real fast. Let me tell you why this place is special. There's a gazillion reasons, but you can go other places and get something similar. Well, let me tell you what you're never going to get anywhere else that we get here. Anybody know what that is? It's an Ed Milet. You're going to get it at any other company that has an insurance license requirement, except for this one. Does everybody understand that? That's what makes us different. Because we got an Ed Milet. If you think you suck at the business, it's okay. You can still make it. You know why? Because you got an Ed Milet. If you can't figure out how to recruit, you're still going to make it. You know why? Because you got an Ed Milet. And if you go somewhere else, where something sparkles for a second, guess what you're going to find when you get there? Not Ed Milet.
Oh ya, anasemanga tusimkapche.
This guy has a resume longer than I have time for the rest of the entire day. But I'll tell you what I found. One of the most magical, beautiful lessons in life is to have a mentor like Ed Milet. To have someone who loves you, who believes in you, and has crushed it and done everything that you could ever want to do in your life. To have someone who genuinely can look you in the eye and you know that that person genuinely cares about you. And by the way, like 80% of this convention is on Ed Milet's team, even if you don't know that. There's nowhere else you're going to go that's going to be any better, no matter what, because we have what nobody else has. And that's my good friend and mentor and brother, Mr. Ed Milet.
Inspirational speaker, best-selling author.
In his new book, The Power of One
one more. He's sharing the keys to success.
Help me in welcoming the man who, as a broke kid, pointed at a beautiful cliff overlooking the sea and said, one day I'm going to live there. And now he does.
He is well known for combining spirituality and tactical thoughts and actions. Please welcome to the stage, Ed Milet.
Ed Milet.
Ed Milet.